Thailand's parliament has been dissolved, paving the way for the country's upcoming elections in May. Now, that decree has been published in the country's Royal Gazette after being endorsed by the monarch, King Maha Vajiralongkorn. An election date has not yet been set, but it must take place within 60 days. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, his 4-year term is set to end this week, and the upcoming polls, well, they will see him running for the nation's top post again. A court ruling last year limited his term to just another 2 years. Now, if he wins the coming elections, observers say that the leader's popularity has waned since coming to power after a military coup in 2014. Saksith Sayasombat joins us live now from Bangkok for more. Saksith, now that Parliament has been dissolved, what happens next?
Yes, indeed, election season is now upon us. We are looking at a possible election on either May the 7th or May the 14th. Both are Sundays. But we are still going to wait for the Election Commission to confirm that election date. And as you mentioned before, the 4-year term of Parliament was supposed to end on Thursday, but with just a couple of days to go, Prayut dissolved the parliament anyway. Why? Because of a tactical advantage that would give him and the MPs on his side, since the time frame when MP has to stick with one party reduces significantly to only 30 days, as opposed to if Parliament would have run its course. But now this also means now campaigning will start properly. We are looking at a whole campaigning season of the whole of April and the beginning of May. But the truth and the reality is that the political parties here of Thailand have been already campaigning for months, not only for the favor of would-be voters, but also of different MPs that have been merrily switching back and forth to different parties over the last couple of months.
So Mr. Prayut gets a bit of a technical advantage in all of this, Saksith, but he also has switched parties in anticipation of the next election. What are his chances, though, of actually holding on to power?
As you mentioned before, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has been in power since the military coup of 2014. And the question that we are going into this election season will be, are people actually sick and tired? Are they fed up with Prayut being in power for now nearly 9 years? Are the achievements that Prayut has done in that time frame enough to satisfy the would-be voters? And are they going to be enough for voters to give him another chance at go for him? But let's not forget, he has a term limit that is coming up and is going to end in 2025, which is halfway a possible second term if he would be re-elected. But that is not the only problem that he's facing. He's also facing a daunting task, not only because of economic hardships and the economic situations that Thailand has suffered through the past couple of years, but also a wide field of rivals and competitors, mainly actually from those parties that were or are still part of the current ruling coalition. And the daunting task, what you just mentioned, with Prayut moving to a new political party, is whether or not he can actually distinguish himself, whether all these parties can distinguish themselves from one another, apart from what campaign promises they all are going to promise to the voters. But that is going to be a question that is going to keep us busy for the next few weeks, because here we go, election season is upon us.
You certainly will be busy, Saksith. Thank you very much for that. Saksith Sayasombat there in Bangkok.